Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Pag-asa reports that a tropical depression Dante has left the Philippine area of responsibility again. Now, as of 11 a.m., Dante was seen 600 kilometers northeast of Itbayat, Batanes. It has a maximum sustained winds of 55 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 70 kilometers per hour, while moving northwestward at 35 kilometers per hour. Now, based on Pag-asa's forecast, Dante will not re-enter Philippine area of responsibility for the third time. Tropical Depression Dante, however, left 9 people dead and caused infrastructure and agricultural damage before it left the Philippine area of responsibility. Out of the 9 deaths, 3 of them were reported in Calubian, Leyte. 2 individuals were injured while 1 is still missing. The NDRRMC also reported that the damage to agriculture was pegged at 86.1 million pesos, while the damage to infrastructure was estimated at around 53.7 million pesos. Meanwhile, the Health Department assures the public that all cold storage facilities and local vaccination centers are prepared for any disaster that may occur during the rainy season. Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergeire said that they have already given directives to its facilities to prepare the necessary protocols in cases of power outages, flooding, and other disasters. Vergeire added that the local government units have also been tasked to look into possible alternative vaccination sites. This came after Pag-asa declared the start of the rainy season in the country.
I like to tell everybody at ang ating public na simulat sa pulpa naman, kasama na po sa contingency plan ng mga vaccination sites natin, itong mga anticipated na mga pag-ulan, pagkakaroon ng brownout. So may mga plano na po ang ating local government.
The U.S. government will send 25 million COVID-19 vaccines doses to countries across Asia, Africa, and Latin America, including the Philippines. But what made the U.S. decide to share its vaccines to other countries? Let's watch this video from Bloomberg Quick Take.
Our goal in sharing our vaccines is in service of ending the pandemic globally. Our overarching aim is to get as many safe and effective vaccines to as many people as fast as possible. It's as simple as that. We want to save lives and thwart variants that place all of us at risk. But perhaps most important, this is just the right thing to do. Thanks to the ingenuity of American scientists and the resilience and commitment of the American people, we're in a position to help others. So we will help others. And as the president has said, the United States will not use its vaccines to secure favors from other countries. Next, I want to say a little bit about how we are sharing. We've received requests from all over the world, and a number of important factors went into our decision about how to allocate these first 25 million vaccines. These factors included achieving global coverage, responding to surges and other specific urgent situations and public health needs, and helping as many countries as possible who requested vaccines. We've also decided to prioritize helping our neighbors. We made the decision to share at least 75% of these vaccines through COVAX. This will maximize the number of vaccines available equitably for all countries and will facilitate sharing with those most at risk. And we decided to share up to 25% of these vaccines for immediate needs and to help with surges around the world. We can share these 25% in a flexible way. Finally, I want to talk a little bit about where we are sharing these first 25 million doses. We're sharing them in a wide range of countries within Latin America and the Caribbean, South and Southeast Asia, and across Africa in coordination with the African Union. This includes prioritizing our neighbors here in our hemisphere, including countries like Guatemala and Colombia, Peru and Ecuador, and many others. It respects existing regional networks for vaccine sharing, like the platform of the African Union and African Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the Regional Public Health Agency in the Caribbean, CARPA. These networks will help decide where to allocate needed doses in regions with low vaccination rates and to those most at risk, including healthcare workers who haven't yet gotten their shots.
Meanwhile, an expert from Johns Hopkins Center warns that unvaccinated individuals could pose danger to themselves as more Americans receive the COVID-19 shot. More details, on this video.
People's hesitancy is not purely about emotion. It is also just that, we haven't fully approved a number of vaccines. I expect that that's going to come soon, but, there still needs to be an educational component to it. It's more really about pragmatism. That said, there's also some access issues. And we know that many of the people who haven't yet been vaccinated, it's not because they don't want to, it's just that they haven't been able to. And in part because it's harder for them to get. They may not have time off from work. That may be not as many options in all places where people live. And so, we also have to be worried about what we restrict people from doing if they haven't been vaccinated and whether that's worth it in the long run. I don't care about the emotions as much as the pragmatism. And I worry that if we create a culture war or roll these things out too quickly, that we could actually dampen enthusiasm for vaccines.
Doctor, what danger do the anti-vaxxers present? I mean, if you end up in a situation where 60, 70% of the U.S. population is vaccinated, are they threatened? Is that majority threatened by a minority that refuses to get the shots?
Sure. So far, the answer is they are dangerous to themselves. The people who have not gotten vaccinated are dangerous to themselves because they risk getting vaccinated. And I'm so interested in reaching those folks and convincing them of the benefits of vaccines because I don't want there to be any additional loss of life. Of course, down the road, we very much worry about, as long as this virus continues to circulate at high levels, that there is the potential for mutations that could overcome vaccines. But so far, we haven't seen that. So right now, at least in the United States, that is less of my concern because our case numbers are falling. My main concern right now is making sure we protect people so that we don't see additional loss of lives, so we don't see schools close in places where schools had been open. It's about getting back to normal. I'm not giving up on people. I still think we can reach them.
Now, here are other stories we're keeping our eyes on. A media executive was shot dead by unknown assailants in General Santos City yesterday. According to Brigada Group of Companies, its executive director and chief of staff, Yentes Quintoy, was driving home when individuals on board a black motorcycle shot her. Quintoy was rushed to St. Elizabeth Hospital but was declared dead on arrival. Investigations are still ongoing. Now, some Maynilad customers in Malabon City, Caloocan City, Quezon City, and Makati City are currently experiencing water interruptions since this afternoon. According to the water services company, the water interruption will last until 9 o'clock p.m. Maynilad said this was caused by the high water demand in Bagbag Reservoir. And Pope Francis has appointed Filipino missionary priest Joseph Durero as the new bishop of a diocese in Papua New Guinea. The appointment of Father Durero was announced in Rome on May 23. The new bishop was sent to Papua New Guinea for a mission after his ordination, where he held various assignments throughout the years. Now, for more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World Online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.